Hi, Pep. Last year, when you signed a new deal last season, you said part of the reason was because you didn't want to leave the team or the club sort of in transition. Yeah, so you didn't feel like it was the right time. You kind of rebuilt the team. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, but you have brought in a lot of new players. Given that you have rebuilt the team, does that make you more likely to leave the club, or would it actually invigorate you? Because the hardest thing in football, Sir Alex Ferguson did it 2 or 3 times, you've done it at least twice, is to rebuild the team and then gives renewed energy. So is that maybe something that could refresh you and think, I could maybe go on even longer here?
I didn't know it. I said many times to you. I want to be the best in everything, and I have all the records. That's why I said last game, I want to spend more money to be the first one to spend money. Is Alex Ferguson revealed 3 times? I want to reveal 3 times.
Do you feel refreshed, or just generally? Does it refresh you? Sort of new players coming in the team, sort of rebuilding. Is that sort of a new challenge, sort of?
Yeah, of course. I would like what I said before, that the process to rebuild is quicker when everybody's fit. We have this amount of injuries that in moments, the last month we have 7, 8. In Norway, 11 absence. Always is more difficult to reduce this time to understand a little bit things. But in football, there are no time. Come here, so, oh God, please give me time. The fans, the owners, the chairman said, time? Win games, my friend. Win games and forget about it, the rest. That is what about.
Hi, Pep. So, Mark, he had a medical at Liverpool in the summer. With Antoine, Richard Hughes knows him very well. How important, when these players come available, how important are you to speaking to these players and kind of telling them that City is where they should be?
Well, I can tell all the big things I believe the club has, but they have to feel it. Always I tell you, when I spoke with the players, or the club speak with the players, I'll tell them, sleep with your pillow. As much nights you have to be convinced, don't come here if you don't feel it. And I think also from outside they see what is the club, the way they play, I would say, in terms of as a team. And after the club, always I can tell what I truly believe. I never say something that I believe the club is not. I said we have very good things and there are other ones that maybe could be better. But it's a team like for our perspective to have, the chairmen and the owners is always go forward and go better and always, still there, still up there as long as possible for years and decades. And try to convince them, like all the managers, the clubs, want to the players. So at the end, the final decision belongs to the players. So I said, decide yourself, not your agent, not your mom and dad. If you want to join us, you want to play with us, and that's all.
And do you think that that's something that City's very, very good at, is seeing these opportunities when they arise? Because obviously Mark, it could have been somewhere else and then becomes available in January.
Well, we had a lot of problems. The problems, for John and Nathan, and sometimes you are not ready. And when they have incredible problem with Josko and Ruben for long injuries, I said, oh wow, we are in real trouble in the most part of the season, and we had that opportunity, and Mark at the end I said, grateful to Mark decide to join us. Mark at the end could stay in Crystal Palace at the end of the season, a free agent, go whatever he wants. And I think Mark and Hugo, Ferran, the rest of the people make an incredible job, to convince them to convince him to come.
Hi Pep, just on Pep Lijnders, last summer when you were looking to add to your backroom staff, what was it that made you think of and then decide on him?
Well, his experience, had a lot of info about other people about him. It was been training or manage with him in Liverpool, and I need to refresh myself first with new people that have incredible knowledge about the game, about the Premier League, and I love a lot many things I like when they do it with Jurgen in Liverpool. And we talked one day. I think we felt connected immediately, and incredible lucky. Since the day one I started my career as a manager, all the staff, backroom, close people with us, with me, and Pep is one of them.
what are the things that he has helped the team with this season? And you mentioned it being such a young and inexperienced squad.
Methodology, training sessions, and vision of the part of the game, and the freedom to say I should do this, we should do that, and continually talking about what could be better in that way with the player, with the other one, if they play in that system or the other one. Yeah, that is the funny part of our game. You know, imagine what can we do, what is going to happen, and confront you with opinions for the people that you truly believe they are incredible, well prepared for that business.
And can he be any particular help for Liverpool, for you at Liverpool this weekend?
Well, of course, but you know, it would be easier if was Jurgen, the manager there, because I've been with them, and I have not been with him. But of course, they play a little bit different than they play in the period for Jurgen and him there. But at the end, remains the quality. Come on, they are a top team. You know, they have done many things in this summer, and that's why it's good team.
Hi Pep. When you were winning your sort of early Premier League titles before COVID, we sort of discussed the defensive stability of the team, that you'd win the titles, but in big games sometimes sort of the spine of the team wouldn't be that stable. And you sort of corrected that in the years after, went on to win the treble. Now with the rebuild in the team, how close or how well do you think they're doing in a sort of stability point of view, and are able to sort of deal with these big games and when things go against them in games?
I think we are not far. At the same time, with the absence, you know, in the good period of this season, when we won 7, 8, or 9 games, the back four was the same all the time, with Matteo, Ruben, Josko, and Nico. And after with the injuries, of course, we had to rotate. I'm not saying, but Kusanov have been outstanding, and Mark since arrived, and now Brian Nuri in the last games as well. So sometimes back four is what they give you more consistency team when you have more stability in that. But I think we are not far away, but not just the back four, because many things change in our way we defend. And in a part, what I say with James, it's a process like. It's nice to live it, you know. There's build the time. Sometimes it's refresh over your mind how we can do it, new place, how you help him do that. But unfortunately, we don't have much time. You know, you have to do it immediately, quick, and sometimes you need a little bit more time.
And do you think that comes with? I'm just trying to think back to the treble, where it was like, yeah, there were new players like Akanji that came in for that year and things like that. So it wasn't the same team. But do you think the core of the team, everybody knew who was playing,
yeah,
and they'd had a lot of time together?
Now still we don't have
and that's
that.
What you're trying to build now?
Yeah, still we don't have that, yeah. But everybody knows it's going to happen. I remember the year of the treble, in the last 2 or 3 months, we were starting 11 all the time. And Julian came in, and Riyad, and, you know, the central defenders, but everybody knows already with Gundo, with Rodri, with Kevin, with Bernardo on sides, you know, they have but that is a process. Didn't come for the year of travel or quadruple in immediately one day. So it's years to do that. And now we change a lot. That's why sometimes I said, okay, we can be better, yeah. I had the feeling right now that for nothing we'll not be closer in the Premier League. For nothing. It belonged to us, huh? Don't misunderstand me. Even the people, maybe I can be a little bit uncomfortable with referees' statements, and it's belong absolutely to us, because when we miss the chances and we make it, it's ourselves, you know. And it could be there, but in the same time I said, wow, maybe we could not expect with the problems of having injuries. We have revealed a lot of players in the last transfer window in the winter time and this summer with no fresh. We didn't have time to training, to reveal many things in that time training. We had the World Cup, finish, holidays in 1 or 2 weeks, start the league, walls, and many things still was not real connected. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next weeks, in the next month, but so maybe it could be worse. You're right. So that's why it's try to be the positive way of the things and go.
Last one with Richard. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. Just about Mark Guehi, you talked about the situation in January that led you to sign him, but he's obviously a player you'd liked for a number of years. So when at the end of the summer window he's having that medical with Liverpool, are you just resigning yourself and expecting him to join there, or was there any attempt by you to get him on that last day then?
No, because in that moment we have a 6-7 central defenders for one reason, that it was a little bit out of control. Manu could not stay with us and leave to Inter de Milan because a financial fair play is there and have to, to the numbers. But in that moment we have enough. But after the situation happened, injuries from especially John and Nathan, and after